We're doing it comfy cozy today because I'm on vacation and I'm at the mountains. Woo! Again. And I went skiing today, and that was an experience. I think my whole body hurts. Me and my girlfriend tried it, and the pain is emanating. So, if you don't believe me, look at this picture. Like, I look like I'm in literal pain. Fun. But I was going to do a Q&A today and kind of talk about what fuels inspiration, especially someone who's a creative but also has a full-time job and tries to find the space and time for that. And Orange Joe 51 asked where I find inspiration, and once the songs are finished, do those same inspirations come to mind, or has the song changed the vision? It's a great question. So, by the way, I'm looking down at this book because I write everything in it. So, that's a great question. I think with the inspiration bit, a lot of it comes from nature. And I know a lot of producers say that, like, oh, it's nature. But, like, I think of, like, nature things like mountains or sky or whatever. And I use that a lot for, like, album art because it's pictures that I've taken. And I guess I'm influenced by pictures. I take a lot of pictures, like photography of things that I have interest in. And I use them for album art. And when I look at them, I think, like, what does that connect to, like, in terms of how I'm making the song? So, like, my pictures influence it, nature influences it, lyrics influence it. I might write lyrics of things I'm feeling, like writing, and then I will write the lyrics out and, like, kind of feel that, write around it, and then I'll take the lyrics out, or I'll leave some little vocal chops and stuff, but I don't typically keep the lyrics in. Peace of Mind was actually the first song I kept the lyrics in, so yeah. So I'm kind of influenced by writing, by objects, by pictures, and by nature. And once the songs are finished, that inspiration still comes to mind. So that's what I'm inspired by. But sometimes, like, the song can make me feel different things. So I guess it can change the vision a little bit. Like, I can feel like I'm literally in a field or like at the beach or something, and I'm influenced very strongly by the beach. Editing North here, and I just had to pause here because when I was listening to some of my songs and, like, I realized I said I was influenced by the beach, it's serious. Here, I'll give you an example. A lot of my songs are like beach vibes. I grew up near the beach. It's a big part of my life, and it's part of my life enough that I have a wave line right here. I actually have a song called Wave Lines, and I made the wave line after that song, and it reminds me of the beach and all the waves and stuff. So there's that. And Kenny Sparks asked, how long does it take me to typically finish a song? That is a hard question. I think, honestly, it might take me, like, anywhere from a couple days to, like, a few months. It just depends on the song. Like, sometimes I get in these writing spurts, and I'm someone who writes very quickly when it comes to music. Like, if I have an idea, I'll just sit and, like, churn it out over, like, a week, and I'll be done. Like, mixing, mastering, thinking of the song, putting it together. It takes me, like, a week, if that. Back in college, it would take me even shorter than that because I had more time, but a couple days to a week. But sometimes I'll have an idea and I won't necessarily like it, so I'll sit on it, and then, like, a few months later I'll revisit it and then I'll change it. So sometimes on those ones that I sit on, it takes a longer time, but on the shorter, like, ones where I know exactly what I want to write, it takes me a very short amount of time. And that leads me into kind of thinking about, like, how to be inspired as an artist and things that can kind of stand out to you. I think it's awesome to draw from, like, multiple forms of media to create. I used to be inspired more by people and other artists, and I think I'm inspired less by that. And I have this thing where, like, the more I'm making music, the less I listen to music, and vice versa. Like, the more I'm listening to music, the less I make it. I think it's because I don't want to sound like someone else, not because it's like I'm trying to be unique, but I really just want to make sure that my sound isn't influenced by others. And I'm kind of past the emulation stage of being a musician. I don't really emulate anyone. So I'm not heavily influenced by anybody, and that might show in my music, and it shows just by trying to figure out, you know, when I'm making content or making TikToks, like how a lot of artists will put like, hey, if you like The Weeknd or this person or that person, then you might like me. And they have like someone to like give relative to themselves, and that helps people kind of visualize and interpret your music because they have something to base it off of. But when it's so different and you don't have someone, you have to kind of take a different marketing approach and understanding of how people are going to listen to it. So all that to say, I don't really emulate other artists, and that does give me a unique sound, but it also puts me in a predicament where like the influence and the people I can relate to when I give like music or a genre or whatever just doesn't really exist for me. But I think that's okay. I think finding inspiration from those things, people can feel that. They can feel the beach, they can feel the vibe, and from there, you know, I have people listen to it. So it'd be pretty cool that way. But that's all the ones I'm going to answer right now. I just want to kind of check in. It's been kind of cool, like taking a break and disconnecting, and I'm excited for what comes next. And if you liked it, come hang out with me, come listen to my music, ask me questions. I'll always answer, and I'll see you tomorrow.